It's giving boss babe, boss lady. What they say, male baddie? If you a man watching this, whatever, regardless. I'm talking to the single collective, but the single collective who ain't stressed, sick throwing up about some love that ain't really doing nothing for them. I know there's a lot of messages about, oh, they're obsessed. That's not even the point of this, because you're like, you know what? Let them be obsessed. Let everybody be obsessed. Matter of fact, as you should be. I'm out here on my drinking my water, minding my business, doing what I gotta do, getting the job done. Right? You know this is a critical time to not be distracted. You've been single for a minute, whoever I'm talking to. My single people, you've been single for a minute. And you can get lonely, and it can be tempting to, accept breadcrumbs and people who ain't really for you, because it's like, I need some attention. Understood, for sure. We are all there. We've been there. We've experienced those feelings. That is very fair. That's very normal. But then you're the type of person that snaps out of it. You don't allow people who aren't serious to be in your energy for too long. And if you have been, I'm here to tell you, snap out of it. You have too much to do. You have too much talent, too much purpose. You already know you're on the path. You're on the path. And you know, at this moment, if you get distracted over somebody's words who ain't showing you nothing, who ain't committing to nothing, you know that's going to be so detrimental. That will knock you back a whole nother year. You ain't got time to be playing around for a whole nother year. You've already been through the ringer by yourself. And so if I can do bad about myself, I can do good about myself. You're almost there, baby. You're almost there. And you're feeling this boss energy, which is why you're not really giving no good for nothing's the time of day. And this could be for men and for women. Don't really matter. This is a boss energy. This is an energy that's not like you're done playing. Your standards are high. You know what you're about. You know what you deserve. And you also know that if somebody comes into your field right now and you're not quite where you want to be, they're not going to be in alignment for a long time anyway, right? You know that saying when they say, look, I want to have everything together before I can settle down. It's kind of that energy where well, I'm not even at my final form. You're not. You have so much more to accomplish. And then when you get to where you need to be, then you'll be so perfectly ready. I'm not saying you're not perfect now, but imagine when you have everything you want, you've experienced all the things you want, you're in that high vibe energy and you're just all about yourself and you're catering to yourself and all that self-love. And then the perfect person, your soulmate, comes in and is the perfect reflection of that coupling, that relationship, that is a power couple. But you're going to have to be the power woman or power man first. And you're already there. But right now you cannot get distracted. This is for my single people. This is not for the single people who are craving love right now. Like I said, you might experience feelings of loneliness and despair. But that comes and goes. And it's that was only for a week. That was only for a month. And I bounced back. Where am I going with this? This is not the time. This is not the time. And all these... Listen, there's a lot of rhetoric right now about, they're obsessed, they want to talk, they want to reach out. And so you might be dealing with people or new people in your energy who have sparked your attention, right? Or they're saying that they're interested in you and, they could work for you, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. It's okay, we'll see. But your energy is clearly saying they're not quite in alignment. They're not quite showing up the way they need to. They're not quite. And if you lower yourself to match them, or if you take your focus off of what you got going on, you got stuff to do. And if they can't even help you with with your stuff to do, you're okay, time's up. Boa, Megan Thee Stallion. Have y'all heard that song? I know I have a lot of songs on this channel. Your time's up. My nose is running. Oh my gosh, I get so hot. But I'm here to encourage you. You're right. Their time is up. If they're playing with you a little too long, you're not in the energy to where you're they just need to work on themselves and we're meant to be and I'm just going to wait around for them. And, but they're obsessed and they're coming back and all these readings are telling me this, that, and the third, and they love me so much and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. But here's the thing. Let me finish that sentence. You're not taking the bait for that long. And of course, it's great to fantasize and listen. And, I be there. I be there. Like, you know, sometimes it's just like, let me just listen to my so-called lover who's so-called obsessed and so-called coming back. That's nice for a moment. But then I wake up and I'm like, there's a list of things I got to get done. And ain't nobody going to break my stride. Nobody's going to slow me down. I got to keep on moving. I'm talking to those people. I'm talking to you. And I'm encouraging you to keep moving forward. Don't let anybody breadcrumb you. Don't let anybody trick you out of your spot knowing that you know you're the boss. You know you're a boss. Boss. Ain't nothing to it. Boss. If y'all know that song by Beyonce. A real one. Ain't nothing to it. A boss. Listen. When I talk about breadcrumbing, y'all have my notes. I had to write it down real quick. You hear how fast I'm talking? I'm hyping you up. Keep going, baby girl. Keep going, baby girl. But these energies that come in, 111 on my clock. If y'all know the one, God, y'all, I'm getting so high, y'all. I'm just trying to hype you up because it's coming. You stay focused, stay focused. When people are coming in, because you have new beginnings on the way. That 111 is not for no reason out here. You have so much newness. Anybody who is like in the past or trying to drag you down or in old energy, they can't come. They're not eligible. They're not eligible. And if you're allowing people who ain't got two pennies to rub together, and it's not really about money, but you know what I mean, who just ain't up to par, they're out of here, all right? You're not accepting breadcrumbs, and you're very good at vetting people's energies now, especially since you have been single for a minute. Not saying how long, it's up to you. If you have been single for a minute, you're really not playing with people's tomfoolery and their games. You can vet people easily as well. Like, you can give them a chance, because here's the thing: you're not like closed off to love. You're open. You're willing. You're in a balanced place and space. You're healed. You'll welcome in anybody who's like, you know, if they say like, hey, I'm interested, you're like, okay, but you're vetting. You're watching, you're looking, you're learning, you're gathering your data. And I'm not saying one wrong move, they're out, but I'm saying like you're not giving people as much time to play with you as you used to. And that's growth, and that's beautiful, because you know where you're going. Inside, you know that this is not the time to be getting all cuddly, lovey-dovey in a relationship. And if it is, cool, that's good for you. And like I said, if it comes and it's a great match, then perfect, that's great. But you know that they have to be up to par. You know this is not the time to be playing. This is not the time to be playing. You're too much of a boss right now. You're in your stride right now. You cannot. You got stuff to do today. When you get done with this video, I'm sure you got something to go do. I know you do, because that's who I'm talking to. And this is your motivation. This is your encourager. Like, yeah, you're right. That person that's trying to hop in my DMs or playing around with me, who giving me breadcrumb energy, I'm not saying you got to cut them off and be like that, but like, actually, no. You're not. You're just not. You're just not. And whatever entertainment you give, you're very aware of how much energy you're giving away. And you're not just falling for the okie doke, what I'm trying to say is like you're very clear. You have clarity, and anybody or anything you give your attention to that's not quite of the par, you're doing it intentionally, and that's fair. Like you have the right to do one night stand, whatever, do whatever you want to do. But you're aware of in the morning I gotta get up and I gotta get my work done. In the morning I gotta go make this business call. I gotta get on my grind. I gotta do my thing. Now I'm not promoting hustle culture, because in the same breath as I gotta focus on myself. I gotta give myself some love. What are you talking about? I gotta get my makeup done. I gotta go get my nails done. I gotta get my hair cut. I know the first person that needs to be impressed is yourself. Is you. It's real strict over here. It's real strict over here. It's real strict over here. I love it for you. I love it for you. If they ain't coming correct, then they can't have your energy. They can't have your attention. I wrote it down. I had to make sure. Drinking your water, minding your biz, doing your thing. Doing your thing. You're doing your thing. Let me go to this Megan Thee Stallion song. Let me go to it. Wah, 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 wah. And if y'all don't like Megan Thee Stallion, that's okay. But that song was in my head yesterday, I do believe, and it's called BOA or BOA. And let me just go to the lyrics real quick. We ain't gonna read them all, because you know this channel ain't for that, you know. We can skip all this other stuff, but if you want to go listen to it, BOA by Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I'm not gonna say all of the lyrics, you know. Wait a minute. And this is kind of like in relation to like opposite, well, like romantic energies coming your way, where they are kind of like, they're making you question, they're making you confused, they're not really doing what they need to do, they're not saying what they need to say, they're not helping you, offering you nothing. And I'm like, listen, wherever you are in this, you know your boundaries and your standards. But it seems like people doing a whole lot of yapping, a whole lot of talking, and it's not helping you any. It's actually a distraction. They doing all that want, and you're like, your time's up. It says, why is you not clocking out? Doing stuff for TikTok. I'm really hip hop. Anyways, that's the point. Maybe this song ain't the best song, but anyway. she's that, I think she's that natural, like, baddie energy, you know what I mean? And I kind of feel like whoever I'm talking to is like stepping in that energy, stepping in that, like, I am in control of my life. You're not going to tell me what I like and what I don't like, what I can have and what I can't have, who I can be with and who I can't be with. You're not going to distract me and give me breadcrumbs and tell me they love me, but they're not coming to me. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Maybe it's like your alter ego, like you're stepping into like a whole different, like, did you see my ponytail today? I had this ponytail in this morning. I didn't even plan. I was gonna put my hair down, but then I was like, you know what? My hair is already in a baddie ponytail. I was like, okay, yeah, yeah. We're already dressed for the occasion. Like swinging your ponytail, Miss Ariana Grande, Miss Meg Thee Stallion. That's the energy I'm feeling, and it's not that energy of desperation for a partner. Is not here right now at this very second. What we're focused on for the single Pringles who are enjoy being single and will accept a partner when it's ready, but you're on your grind, you're on your mission. And I'm not saying you're like working yourself to the bone, because no, you're not doing that either, but you're in control. And you know what you give your energy to and what you don't, and you're just not allowing anything and anybody to come through and do this and say this, and oh, that's what their message says, and now I'm in desperate energy and I'm waiting around and I'm slowing myself down. You're not slowing yourself down. And if somebody can't keep up, they're getting left behind in the dust. That's the message, y'all. And I know sometimes I come here with different energies, but I feel like I'm always in the perfect energy I'm supposed to be in for the message. And today's message is for the single Pringles, for the baddies, for the boss babes, for the boss ladies, however you wanna claim yourself to be. I encourage you to continue on that mission, on that identity, on that path, because you're so set for greatness. Like that 111 energy, I'm telling you, keep staying focused, keep on your grind, keep being loving, keep being open, keep being giving. Here's the thing about being in this energy. When you're not focused on what somebody else can give to you and what you're missing, you're in this power of a creator. You're a creator right now. There's this book sitting right here, and I'll just grab it because I don't see, there's things that I do in the morning that I don't know relates to a message, and it just comes out. Like me having the ponytail, me having the shirt on. It's like, oh, you want to put on whatever. You're being the creator right now, and guess how much you can give to people when you are in your creator energy, when you're in your boss energy, when you're in that high, when you're not distracted, when you're focused. You have so much to give, so your heart is open. And you're in this like, dang, like I'm so full of love and joy, and like my creative juices are flowing, and my love is being given to more than just the energy of a relationship or a partnership. You have so many people to touch and heal and transform. That's why, I'm not gonna say that's why you're single right now, but I feel like this is a solo mission. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying that somebody can't come along and help you right now, because I feel like there might be someone who does want to come in and help you, and you're open to that. I'm just saying you don't necessarily need a partner to help you build this thing. You're building it on your own. You will accept help because you're healed and you're whole, and you know that you want to be in your receiving energy. You're open to receive. But you know this is about you. And you and your singleness is so important. Do you know how many people lose their passion and their gifting and what they're supposed to do because they get into a relationship too early? You've heard the stories where you got distracted. Somebody was going to school, they were doing their thing, they had a plan, and then somebody came through and they weren't on their purpose, and they sweet talked them out and they taught them out their panties, and then they ended up derailing their life. Now, do I think everything happens for a reason? Yeah, but if you could not give yourself up that easily, how much farther would some people be? You're in your creator mode right now. And this book right here, not like I'm trying to like, I don't know, but I had picked this book up because it was over on my bookshelf, and I put it over here because it's called to me. Whatever. You're a creatrix right now. She who makes. Now, people always talk about the Artist Way. I don't know why I'm going this way. And I haven't ever read The Artist Way. But this book right here, and I barely read it, so I decided to pick it back up because it felt called to me, because I'm in this creator energy, this boss energy. And I'm just like, everything they say is tea. She knows. I'm going to read the back, actually, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Bump the Megan Thee Stallion song. That ain't even... Let me actually just show you this real quick, and maybe it's backwards. I hope it's not. I think it is, but whatever. Okay. So it says creatrix is more than just a fancy name for a female artist. She is artist plus priestess, artist plus healer, artist plus activist. Her work has both sacred and worldly dimensions. She is an energy worker first and foremost, weaving energy into form, color, words, and sound in order to transform herself and those her creations touch. What does it mean to live a life in service to your creativity and in direct connection to the creative source? In this book, let me see. So some of y'all are very, very creative. And like, this is your time to like literally be so incredibly connected to yourself, in love with yourself and everything that you create. There's no other choice right now than to focus on your mission. And if somebody decides that they want to come into your life, it's up to you. It's in your power, and it's in your responsibility to vet them properly, to let them know what it is and what it ain't, and to not get lost in the sauce, okay? I'm just trying to see if there's anything else about this. I know we're talking about single people, but like something about creativity as well. Something about your mission as well. Man, okay. Don't know why. Maybe that's for somebody. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, y'all. Boss. Oh man, there's a song that's coming through. Hold on. It's called Boss Lady. Have you ever met a boss, ladies? If you met a man this slick and he's trying to play those tricks, don't you let him waste your time. This is not a message about like being anti-relationship or anti-man or anti-woman. That's not what this is. This is about your power and the power of being single and the power that you hold right now and how important and valuable that is. So maybe I don't want to read this. Let's just see. I'm going to read it because it might be for somebody. She said, but ladies, if you met a man this slick and he's trying to play those tricks, don't you let him waste your time. You tell him I'm a boss. You tell him that it's very nice to meet you. Bless your little sweetheart. You can never handle me. Listen, I'm trying to say it nicely. I'm a little feisty. You could have me in your dreams. You tell him I'm a boss, basically. And it's not really about saying all those things. It's about feeling, embodying, but in the most humble way, in the most caring way, in the most empress way. Yes, Empress. Your Empress energy, y'all. Oh my gosh, you're the creator. But the Empress is all for queens, right? So that means you are loving as the Queen of Cups. You care and you nurture those who need it. You are as tough and as strict as the Queen of Swords. You don't play no games. You know what's for you and what's not, and who's for you and who's not. And when you're playing, you're gone. You're out of here. You're as creative and fiery as the Queen of Wands. You're that girl. You're beautiful. You take action. You let that fire come out through you. You are not questioning your worth. And then you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're making sure your material realm is taken care of. You're making boss moves. You're strategic. You're holding it down for yourself, especially if you're alone and paying all your bills alone. This is real reality. You're all for queens, which means you're not leaning one way too much or the other way too much. You're very, very balanced. And how beautiful and wonderful it is for you to experience all four of those elements and to really step into that Empress energy and have the time to do that and not get distracted. You have the time right now to be fully about you, for you. And then in turn, you're helping so many other people far beyond your capacity when you were tied up in a relationship. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying relationships are bad. Like I said, we're welcoming. We're open and we're welcoming the right people and the right relationships, platonic and romantic, and even things that feel familial, all of the above. But right now, in this moment, you know what you got to do, and you know what you're about. And if that's not who you are and you made it all the way, then maybe you're sitting here questioning like, oh wait, hold on. And if you're with somebody and you feel like maybe you shouldn't be with somebody, hey, that's your prerogative. I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do. This is just the message. This is for who it's for. Put your ponytail on. Put your hair in a ponytail and swing it around like Miss Ariana, Miss Meg Thee Stallion. You leave your favorite artist. I don't know. Boss like Beyonce. Let me know, because that's how we stepping. That's how we stepping. Clock it.